Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today we'll be talking about education in the Ferguson-Florissant School District with Dr. Donna, Paulette Thurman, and Ms. Tiffany Bush today on the Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. And my two guests are already members of the Ferguson-Florissant School District, and they're running for re-election. Let me introduce you to Dr. Donna Paulette Thurman. Dr. Thurman and Ms. Tiffany Bush, also a board member. Tell me why you know, at one time after the Mike Brown killing, the focus was on policing and law enforcement in Ferguson, but you two concentrated on education. Dr. Thurman, you start off telling me why.
Well, I am a retired administrator. Worked in the Ferguson-Florissant School District for 15 years as a principal. And at the point when you talk about Mike Brown, I had retired. And so I was at home. And that's when I decided that I wanted to be more involved and get back involved in education. Well, you never stop that, but I wanted to work. And so I decided to get on the board, something really new for me. So this would be my fourth term now.
Ms. Bush, tell me about you. I remember when you first began campaigning for the board, and now you're campaigning again. Tell me why.
For me, it starts with the events of Michael Brown. At the time, I was really just feeling really broken about what was happening in my community. I had a lot of concerns. You know, I can recall my family just getting fed up with me talking about things every day, and my kids were like, "Well, Mom, you need to do something," and I was like, I need to do something. And it didn't start off as school board, but I got involved in the civilian review board for the city of Ferguson. I'm currently sitting on that board. And from there, an opportunity presented itself for me to join the Ferguson-Florissant School Board. And I just thought, why not? I feel like when our schools are strong, our communities are stronger.
I'll ask each of you this question. What was your vision when you joined the board, and have any of those come to fruition? I'll start with you, Dr. Thurman.
Yes, when I joined the board was all white. It was an all-white board.
I remember.
Yeah, and so I thought, this may be difficult, to break in, but I decided to just try it anyway, and I got really good support through Grade A for Change. Grade A for Change adopted me. And I was on with two other people who were running for the board. And I think one of the reasons that I may have been able to get on the board with, and the other two maybe not so much, is because I really wanted to make sure that our students, our kids, had an opportunity to get a quality education. And so being able to use the skills that I had as an administrator, as a principal of schools, I thought that I would be able to help the board think about how education truly works. And so I was hoping that I was the person who would be on the board who could provide that kind of support for our students and for our community.
Ms. Bush, what was your vision, and have any of them come to fruition yet?
It's been a work in progress. I will say that my first 3 years on the board, I had a very large learning curve. Unlike Dr. Thurman, I don't have background in education. However, my intention was to bring more of a parent voice to the board. At the time, I had children, or I had a child that was in the district, And then I had my oldest child. She recently graduated. So I just wanted to bring more of a parent voice to the board. I wanted to make sure that the board had that representation. And so right now, going into this next season, I'm hoping to create more of a space for our parents, wanting to create a stronger partnership between our parents and the district. So that's what I will be working on. But I don't want to neglect the, COVID coming into play in 2020.
Absolutely.
Wasn't
Absolutely.
expecting that, wasn't expecting having to navigate those waters and learn how to be a board member. So it was a lot. It was a lot, but I'm
And she
ready.
did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
From
I'm
what
ready.
I've read and all the accounts that I've seen, you two made a big difference on the Ferguson-Florissant School District. And now you're running for re-election. And how can one, first of all, Doctor, how can they support you?
Well, vote. Come out and vote. Get involved. Ask questions and make sure that you understand what the job of the board is. That's really important because some people think that the board has the ability to make change like immediately. And what we've learned
Yes.
is it's a process.
Yes.
And it takes a while. But sometimes people think that, we're not doing much.
Right.
But we are working diligently behind the scenes, trying to make change for our students and for our community.
And Ms. Bush, how can one reach you and support you? You have a website or something?
I have, we'll get back.
Yeah.
But yes, I do have I've got an email address. You can reach me at informinvolveempower@gmail.com.
Okay, that was a little fast. Say it a little bit slower.
I'm sorry. Okay, you can reach me. You can email me at informinvolveempower@gmail.com.
Okay.
As well as I have a Facebook page, and it's called Parents for Tiffany Bush.
Okay. When is the election?
The election is on April the 4th.
April the 4th.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have a little time before that election comes up. What are your issues facing the Ferguson-Florissant School District right now, Dr. Thurman?
One of the big ones is safety, school safety, school decorum. We are really working to try and work with our students who are going through a lot. Our students are still going through some trauma, and it may be based on the Mike Brown situation, but not just that, just life situations every day. So our kids need our support, and we are trying to support them through giving them support through our counseling department and through our social workers. The other part is just maintaining teachers. There's a teacher shortage, and there's so much going on in the classrooms. The teachers are they're getting discouraged. And it's mainly because of student behaviors that have not been checked. And it may be because of when we went through COVID and kids got out of the habit of schooling and being used to being in classrooms and working with other students. And so right now, as I said, it's safety, making sure that we maintain our teachers, getting our community involved, and just trying to be supportive of our administration. So we've got a lot going on right now.
Sure. Ms. Bush, I want to, just a brief question now, but I want to come back and ask you, how were your efforts in recruiting other parents? Are they more involved? And how much involvement do you want them to be? But we're going to take a short break now.
Okay.
But we're talking about re-involvement and re-election to the Ferguson-Florissant School District with Dr. Donna Thurman and also Ms. Tiffany Bush. We're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Wilson Road in Overland, Missouri. I'm Bernie Hayes, and Reverend Larry Rice has been providing services for those in need for over 50 years. We need your help and support. And we'll be right back with Dr. Thurman and Ms. Bush after this.
These are very difficult times and so many people are giving up. I want you to experience hope in the midst of God's cathedral of creation. And that's why I have a free book that I want to send you. It said hope can begin to flow in your life. And you'll be encouraged to go out in the middle of creation and hear the birds and the trees and all of creation speak hope to you. Now I'll send this to you absolutely free of charge. All you have to do is just write me Larry Rice at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. Or you can call 314-421-3002 and request your free copy of Experiencing Hope in God's Creation. We need hope right now. And hope is just right there, ready to fill you. You may be in a dark, dirty, lonely place at this moment. I have a whole chapter on that, how seeds are planted there and how they sprout. That and much more, right here. Just write me at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166, and receive your free copy.
As we look at the beginning of a new year, there are some really exciting things that we need you to get involved in here at New Life Evangelistic Center. New Life is committed to being there when people are hurting. So please continue to pray that we're able to open up a day center in St. Louis to glorify God by ministering to people who are suffering without this much needed service. There are so many people who have nowhere to go throughout the day, and we can make a difference together as we pray, as we give, and as we serve in this particular way. Please also pray for all of the other areas in New Life where we are ministering to people, whether that be one-on-one or as a group. There are many exciting events that are going to be coming up, and I want you to stay tuned. Call us at 314-421-3020 or go to our site online.
2 Timothy 1 verse 10.
But it has now been revealed through the appearing of our Savior, Jesus Christ, who has destroyed death and has brought life and immortality to light through the gospel.
And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. Today we're talking about education in the Ferguson-Florissant School District with Dr. Thurman and Ms. Bush. Ms. Bush, Tiffany Bush, you had a passion for recruiting other parents to the school district when you first became a member. Are you still recruiting parents, and how has that come? Have they come to the district? Are they supporting you? And are they involved now?
That's really where my passion lies. It's just making sure that our parents are more involved in what's happening within our district. Not necessarily, it may not be for everyone to, sit on the school board, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the district, and it's going to take all of us working together. The school board alone cannot make those changes by themselves. We have to have partnership with our parents, with our community, so that we can, in order to be successful. And so recruitment efforts as far as, increasing parent engagement for me, it's just gonna, just trying to, right now we've got some, some surveys that are going out trying to gather some data, some details from our parents to find out what works best for them, what is it they'd like to see change. It's really important for them to participate in those surveys. But, and also maybe, coming up, just increasing the involvement in our parents as teachers organizations, and if we need to create a new one, maybe we can do that. But that, for me, that's what it's going to look like in terms of increasing parent engagement.
Dr. Thurman, has that effort for Ms. Bush been helpful to you? Are the parents getting involved? Do you see that in the Ferguson-Florissant district?
Our parents are involved. We would like to see bigger numbers, and especially when we send out questions to parents through our thought exchange, and we're not getting the numbers that we'd like to see, but we're going to continue to work on that. And we talked a little bit about that at one of our board meetings, actually our last board meeting. We sent out a thought exchange, and the numbers didn't come back the way we'd like for them to. And so what we're doing now is trying to explore ways that we can get the message out to the parents and ask them for their help in filling out those surveys. They're simple.
Yeah.
It's not something that is, really involved, but we want to hear. We want to hear from the community. We want to know what our parents are thinking, what they need for their children.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing. The other thing that we're doing too is we are getting out to the schools. We are spending time in the schools and trying to go to the events that are there and mingling with the parents and encouraging parents to come out to our school events and come out to some of our town hall meetings, and then also to just fill out the information on those thought exchanges.
As a veteran educator, I see an emblem on your jacket there. What is that?
I'm glad you asked that question. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and this is our Founders Week.
Okay. Now,
115 years.
okay, for each of you, why do you want to be reelected to the board? Starting with you, Ms. Bush.
I just want to continue the work. I feel like the district, we've positioned ourselves with policy work, and there's just a lot of effort going forward to to move our district in the right direction, and or in a better direction. Let me just say that. And so I just want to continue that work. I feel like I'd like to see it come to fruition. I'd like to see us, get some better numbers, some increased scores, some more engagement from our parents, our students thriving. Because, as I mentioned before, when our schools are strong, our community is strong. And I just, I would like to see that. I would like to see that work through.
Do you feel like you're near that objective?
I feel like we've laid some foundational work, some foundational pieces, the groundwork. So I feel like, yes, absolutely, we're headed that way.
Dr. Thurman, what are your goals and why are you running for re-election?
I would agree so much with Tiffany. We have laid the foundation, and we're really working hard. We've completed our strategic plan.
Yes.
We're working on our MSIP. With us doing that work and doing some policy work too. That's the
Yes.
other thing. Our policy they're very antiquated, and we're working to bring them up to date. And the team that we have right now sitting on the board, we put all that work into it, and we wanted to. I will say for myself, and I'm sure Tiffany would say the same thing. Same thing. We would like to see all that work come to fruition.
Yes.
And we want to continue to support the strategic plan and making sure that it's just not a document that's sitting on the desk or on a table in a book, that we're really doing the work.
Yes.
How often do you meet and where? Where do you meet and how often?
We meet on the second and fourth Wednesday are our regular. Well, we have our regular meeting on the second Wednesday of the month at the Ferguson-Florissant School Board Education, the Administration Center on Dunn Road. I believe it's located in Hazelwood, if I'm not mistaken.
Hazelwood.
Yes, it's in Hazelwood. Our normal regular meetings start at 6 p.m. And then we have special meeting on the fourth Wednesday of the month. It starts at 6 p.m. in the same place. And then on occasion, because we've got so much work to do, we've been having additional meetings on Wednesdays.
Dr. Thurman, what outreach are you using for the community? What are you doing for your stakeholders?
Well, I also sit on the board at the YMCA. I work as lead person for governance, and also through my church, New Sunnybelt Missionary Baptist Church. I am a leader there as well. I am I'm a head of our deaconess board there in our church, and so I talk to our members of the church about being on the board and them getting involved in politics, also getting involved in and knowing what's going on in our schools. As Tiffany has said, strong schools, strong communities. And I also, through the YMCA, talk to parents there and let them know that it's important for them to get involved. And even if they don't have students, because even if you don't have a student in the district, it is very important that you understand how strong schools and quality schools help you
Right.
even with your, in the community that you live in.
In the past few years that you both have been members of the Ferguson-Florissant School District, things were very, very different when you first became members. How have they changed now?
It's a good question. How have they changed? So, for me, what I observe in terms of change is that I'd have to go back to the work that the board is currently doing,
Sure.
the policy work.
Okay.
We've got some really good policy work underway. We've got our strategic plan underway, and we've made some pivotal shifts, some changes in that language and how we approach things. And I think that those things are what's going to set us up for success.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a short break and come back, and I want to ask Dr. Thurman a few questions too.
Okay.
With the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Our zip code is 63114. And we welcome any donations that you can give to the center, clothing, water, food, and everything. Reverend Larry Rice, for more than 50 years, has been supporting those in need. And we'll be right back with Dr. Thurman and Ms. Bush after this.
The Bernie Hayes program is produced at NLEC TV right here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. It's our new headquarters since they closed the 1411 Locust building. We're working to get back into that building. In addition to that, trying to help so many people through a wide variety of safe houses, training programs, transportation assistance, so many ways people are getting help because of all of you that are supporting the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. Now, if you'll send a gift of $25 or more, we want to send you this special, the Bernie Hayes Show cup. And we're giving that to people. It's just a way of saying thank you. So when you send your gift, request a cup. We'll be happy to get it off to you. It's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. Now I'm really asking all of you to join us in praying. The needs are so phenomenal at this particular time. So many hurting and homeless people are contacting us daily, but we're able to help them because of each one of you that are praying, caring, and sharing at this time. Tell your families and friends about NLEC TV and get directly involved yourself.
And our Black History subject for today is Mary Church Terrell, a civil rights and women's rights activist born September the 23rd, 1863 in Memphis, Tennessee. She was one of the first African-American women to attend Oberlin College in Ohio. She served as the first president of the National Association of Colored Women, an organization that fought for voting rights and equal rights for women with the motto, "Lifting as we climb." Terrell was also instrumental in the founding and advancement of the National Council of Negro Women, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the National Association of College Women, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. In 1950, Mary Church Terrell was involved in a successful lawsuit that led to the desegregation of D.C. area restaurants. Mary Church Terrell died in 1954 at the age of 90 in Highland Beach, Maryland. Mary Church Terrell.
There are so many women and children experiencing homelessness in the United States and throughout the world. You can be a part of the difference today by partnering alongside New Life Evangelistic Center and the work that they're doing to save women and children's lives who are experiencing homelessness. In St. Louis, we have safe houses where women are able to find the rest that they need and the job, training, and transitioning from going from homelessness to housed. You can make a difference by partnering with us financially today. Another way you can help is the women and children in India who are experiencing brokenness and hurt and pain. Donate to New Life today to make a huge difference in their lives. There are so many people who are hurting, but you can make a difference in the life of the individual today by partnering alongside New Life Evangelistic Center.
Welcome back. We're talking about education in the Ferguson-Florissant School District with Dr. Donna Thurman and also Ms. Tiffany Bush. Dr. Thurman, tell me, Dr. Paulette Thurman, Dr. Donna Paulette Thurman, let me get it all out there. What do you hope to see in the next tenure when you're reelected to the school board?
Well, one of the things that we're working on right now is our student expectation code, and we're making it change. We're making a change so that it is responsive to the students that we have. One of the things that we want to do is make sure that we're building relationships with students so that if you have a relationship with a student, I think that students do better academically and even with their behavior. I'm also really pushing for early childhood education. When students have a good foundation, they do better as they progress through schooling. And so I'm looking again at school decorum. I'm looking at the early childhood programs and making sure that those are quality programs. And I just want to make sure overall that we are completing the policy work that needs to be done in our district, because as I said before, the policies are antiquated and they're not up with what's going on in our schools right now.
Sure. Ms. Bush, you are fully accredited, is that right? The district is fully
Yes.
accredited?
Yes.
But tell us about that. How are you working for more accreditation and to keep that accreditation stable?
So yes, we are fully accredited, and I guess our focus to maintain our accreditation is to make sure that we have programming that is current, up to date, that is going to provide our children, our school district, with the best education they can possibly have from our school district. And I think that just being open to considering how the workforce and technology and all of those things play into jobs and career fields, being open to considering maybe some classes that are non-traditional, that are different. I think that would position us better for the future and our graduates for the future. And then I think that again, I'll say that parents,
Yes.
our parents, they're crucial.
Sure.
They're crucial to the process.
How can they reach each of you? How can they support each one of you? Dr. Thurman?
You can reach me at Bandy Thurman, BANDD Thurman @gmail.com. Or you can reach me at 314-740-5327 or on Facebook at Dr. Donna Paulette Thurman.
And Ms. Bush, what about you?
You can reach me at, you can always send me an email at informinvolveempower@gmail.com. And I do have a Facebook page, and it's called Parents for Tiffany Bush.
We only have about 2 minutes left, and so each of these questions will be very, very short. Okay. So Dr. Thurman, you hit upon it a little bit earlier, but tell me how your faith is guiding you in this effort.
Oh, okay, you caught me off guard with that one because it's so ingrained in me.
Yes.
That, we can't do this without faith and faith in my God. I truly believe that He is guiding me and telling me what I need to do, what I need to say, and how I need to support our school district. So, and I continue to pray, and He gives me guidance.
Ms. Bush, I'm asking you the same question. How's your faith guiding you?
Oh, it's my center. It is my center.
Geez.
It's how I execute and move and
Yes.
make decisions. It starts with my faith. And
Yes.
so, I'm a member of the Spirit Church in St. Anne. Pastor Aeneas Williams is our pastor. And so it's just crucial for me. There's no doing this work without that.
I understand.
Absolutely not.
I want to thank you both for being my guests today, and I sincerely wish you both the very, very, very best. I know that you'll be reelected to the board because of all the wonderful work you've done in the past. So thank you so much for being my guest, Dr. Thurman, Ms. Bush.
Thank you for having us.
And
Thanks for
thank
having
you
us.
for supporting us here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. And each and every one of you, thank you. And please, take care of each other. And please stay safe. And if you're not vaccinated, get your shots. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day until next time.